I was on rap stages rapping about, violence and guns. That we get paid to rap about that stuff. They actually pay us more.
I hate that song. I don't even let my own kids listen to it. But I'm just doing my job. Man, when we got people that's living like that.
I would never understand is why suburban kids want to be from the hood so bad. I don't understand why.
I find it crazy how people glorify the hood. Like, there's so many people that's pump faking nowadays, trying to act like they're from somewhere they're actually not, trying to act like they come from a tough upbringing, knowing that your parents been there for you. They tried their hardest. You came from a 3-car garage type of home. Everybody wants to rep the hood until it's time to actually be in the hood. Now it's, oh, this is too ghetto. Oh, this is too dangerous.
I'm not gonna lie. One thing I would never understand is why suburban kids want to be from the hood so bad. I don't understand why. Do you realize your parents really got off their ass and really made a way for you? Honestly, like, they really put you in an environment that you're gonna win and you don't have to struggle at all. They really did that. Like, listen to this. We used to ride through your neighborhoods, right? And pick out the houses that we want, and we picking at the house that you already living in. You already got a head start in life. You got your own bathroom, bro. Honestly, like, compared to me, you living in the mansion. I had to share the bathroom with 8 other people in the crib. Like, what? Suburban kids really be loving the hood. Like, that shit really love you back. And that's the honest truth. It's not the hood that's really good for you at all. Like, it's nothing but guns, violence, gang bangs, and all this bullshit. Like, the goal is to get out the hood, bro. That's what we focused on. You trying to do a 180 to go back to the hood, nigga. You was hustling backwards. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, bro, I really don't understand it at all. Like, why? And the thing that gets me is them kids that be growing up suburban, and once they graduate high school, they go to the block. Like, bro, your daddy own that block that you standing on. Why the fuck is you outside with these hooligans?
But instead of talking about the people that be pump faking, acting like they from the hood, I really want to talk about how society loves the hood culture, but hates the people. Society loves the style. They love the slang. They love hearing all the hood stories in the music. But when it comes to the people that are actually from the hood, they get no love for the trends that they have started. Nobody wants to deal with the people that's actually in the hood. Why? Because we deem that as ghetto. We don't want to deal with that. That's dangerous. I'll give y'all an example. If y'all have seen the new street fashion that they've been having on runways and stuff like that, you got dudes in hoodies, baggy jeans. Now it's called fashion. But when somebody in the hood wears that, it was ghetto. But now you got people rocking it in high fashion, and you call it street fashion.
Alright, yo, I'm starting to feel a shift from Cardi happening already, and I just want to let y'all know now. If I start seeing you folks in Greenwich Village dressing like Jim Jones, I'm gonna get racist. Feel it happening already, and as someone who's been trying to dress like Cameron since high school, if y'all ruin the secondhand legacy streetwear brand market, it is gonna get wicked. I feel like this conversation doesn't happen in fashion as much as it does in hip-hop, but the cultural vulturism of Afro-American fashion is starting to get really foul. I mean, we have reached a space where it is normalized for high designer brands who have pre-attached boxers and couture do-rags on the runway, now allowing it to be dignified as high fashion when a decade ago they shunned away our heroes, and I can't stomach that. I mean, truly, the dynamic of cultural sharing and the lines are starting to get really blurred. Pay attention now. Underground rap only signifies one sound now. Everybody sounds like Ken Carson and Pop. All of these luxury designers now get to be praised as fashion forward for incorporating streetwear looks, but not the original designers that fostered these looks in the first place. I swear, this cultural sense of styling and clothing needs to be gatekept. Y'all cannot be flaming Billie Eilish for dressing like Jarrell on the block and then fall in line a few months after. Just getting to a point of colonization. And I implore all of you fashion heads, go and do your research on that early 90s and 2000s streetwear startup brand era. Read up on a Carl Kanai or a Damon John. The whole scene in general, not just Dapper Dan. You gotta draw the line somewhere. And if people are gonna partake in this culture anyway, then those early designers need to have a light shine on them like all the 2000s streetwear designers get to. And I promise, if I catch one of y'all with a 1B hair pattern and a Dewey bandana combo, I'm snatching it off your dome.
But let's get off of the fashion. Let's talk about the music. Labels love the from the trenches story. They always want to sign that artist that got the deepest pain, the deepest struggle. You know, that real street story. But once the artist starts switching it up and they want to talk about positivity, deeper thinking, success, how to really think about finances and just being smarter in life, all of that label support disappears. Like, one of the main people that I think about is Kendrick Lamar. Like, Kendrick Lamar, he has been making thought-provoking music for the longest. I have not seen him this type of mainstream notoriety until he was in some type of beef. Because like I said, pain sells, trauma sells, and these record labels are eating.
Before, I wasn't on stages like this. I was on rap stages rapping about, you know, violence and guns. You know, that we get paid to rap about that stuff. They actually pay us more when we rap about more ignorant stuff. So I make sure I even a line and come talking on stages like this. But you guys, the NAACP, open up doors for people like me to be able to power forward because
of a nation. So here we are now. Our youth have been herded into behavior that is absolutely savage.
The record labels are savages for just making money. I had somebody who worked at my label, I ain't gonna call him out by name, a black person, you heard me, call 50 radio stations in front of my face and advocate for OT Genesis, I'm in love with the Coco, to get played in rotation. After that person made all them calls, they hung the phone up and looked at me and said, D, I hate that song. I don't even let my own kids listen to it, but I'm just doing my job. Man, when we got people that's living like that and they just all about $1 at the expense of, hey, long as my family ain't affected, but I'm gonna promote it to the rest of y'all families and y'all kids, that's the problem with the culture. They just scavengers for wherever the next dollar bill coming from.
You feeding your family at the expense of your community.
I'm at the point where I realize that I'm in this game, but I'm not of this game.
He once said it the best. These record labels are savages. They're profiting off of the traumas that go on in the hood, but don't feed nothing into the hood. They barely even feed into these rappers' pockets. So it's like you're selling out your neighborhood, making it seem like toting guns and selling drugs and killing other black people is good just for you to actually receive peanuts. Newsflash, we're not in the times where people are buying CDs anymore, so these artists aren't even making big money for them to have to run to these record labels to make a name for themselves. Like Nat and Speed make way more money than most of your favorite rappers. But if you don't believe me, listen to what T-Pain said right now.
Labels made $17 billion last year.
I believe it, yeah.
You know how much artists made of that? 12%. Yeah. 12% Wow. All artists. I don't know if you've been on the Discovery page of Spotify lately. It's a lot of fucking artists right now. And it's easier than ever to be your own label now. And niggas is still choosing to spend somebody else's money because it's just hard to spend your own money.
These record labels are pimping these artists to get that hood story out of them and to sell it to their people just to give these artists peanuts on what they're actually making. So I'll ask you, is it worth it? Is it worth your morals? Are you willing to make money at the expense of the next man where you come from? Or the next man that looks just like you? All the while the people that you're working for is actually doing you dirty? Think about that. But now I'm gonna get a little bit off of hood culture and I'm gonna be a little bit more direct and talk about black culture. They love black culture, but they don't love the people. I think one of the craziest things is that a lot of these brands steal from what the black culture is wearing and then they sell it back to us and we buy it.
Nobody really talks about, but a lot of the biggest designs have been stolen from African tribes. Here are some of the examples. The famous Versace Greco print was stolen from the Funban tribes in Cameroon, and even the LV monogram with the famous sign inside was stolen from the Kwele tribe. And in the LV's Man collection in 2012, you can find the Masai Shuka, which is a traditional African blanket based in colorful shades of red and blue. This one is often used in the Maasai tribes of Kenya and Tanzania. Do you know more designs that got stolen? And more importantly, should these tribes be compensated with the profits that the brands are getting? Let us know down in the comments below.
So in conclusion, stop looking at people that's in the hood. Stop looking at black culture as if everybody is a monolith. Just because there's people in black culture that commit crimes, that does not mean that everything that is surrounded around hood culture or black culture means that it's ghetto or dangerous. Because all races and cultures have their bad apples. Now I would ask my black people, let's start policing each other a lot better. My biggest thing is if people are gonna profit off of the hood stories, the hood should be able to benefit off of that. So my rappers, y'all need to wake up and see the games that's being played right in your face. And if y'all love the culture so much, invest in the culture. Invest in these businesses that's being started by the people that live in the hood. Instead of just looking at them like, oh, that's just such and such's, brand. That's just such and such's company. But what happens is you have people that's not in the hood that looks at the hood, see what the hood is wearing, what's the new styles. Now they sell it to you for a price that's way higher than bro that's living in the hood, creating his designs. And you feel like that's a luxury brand instead of supporting the people that's trying to get out of their circumstances. If you're going to support the culture from its source. But anyways, y'all, it's been your boy Ty Boogie. Real quick, I fixed my Discord link, so now you guys can actually join my Discord. Click the link in the description below. I found out that the last link was broken, and that's my bad. I got a whole Discord set up now. So all y'all got to do is click the link in the description below. Join my Discord. I'd really appreciate it because we never know what's going to happen with all of these other social media apps. So I want a place where I got all my people at. Now, I mean, my community, the people that think like me. Now, I mean, all that good stuff. We can share some dope things together, too. But anyways, y'all, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on my post notifications, man. It's been your boy, Ty Boogie, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.